Good morning. Um, I'd like to do the 2021 budget this morning, and appreciate you tuning in to listen to it. We had a very good year in 2020, although 2020 has been pretty much a disaster as far as the pandemic and the fact that we haven't been able to attend church. Everybody hasn't been able to attend church in person this year has been a problem. It's hampered some of the work that we've done. But overall, unlike a lot of congregations that have had some problems with their contribution, I want to commend our congregation for stepping up and continuing to support the work, and our contribution has held up a lot better than a lot of places. Just want to do a 2020 recap before we start the 2021 budget presentation. We finished the year with a cash balance of $127,919. That's an increase of $83,712 from the beginning of the year, which was $44,207. There are several reasons that accounted for this increase. Contributions exceeded the budget by $441 per week. The average contributions, actual contributions averaged $9,141 per week. That's including our special contributions, and our budget was $8,900 per week. So that's about $20-something thousand more than the budget. That made a big difference. Some of you may be aware of the PPP program that the government instituted last March. It was where businesses or nonprofits, churches, anyone could apply for a PPP loan from the government. This was a loan to help businesses keep people employed, to cover payroll expenses, and what it amounted to was a loan for a year. But if you use that money for payroll, you could apply for loan forgiveness here at the end of the year. And we applied for the PPP loan and received it in May. And then last month we applied for the loan forgiveness. So the loan has been forgiven, but we received about $34,000 from the government for the PPP loan, and that did cover our payroll expenses from the March to May period. So that was another increase in our cash balance. The third thing that caused the cash balance to increase is expenses were lower because of COVID. We had a lot of savings because one thing, we were not using the building as often. So there was about $25,000 savings on plant repair. Our electricity bill was $7,000 or $8,000 lower. And then a couple of big events that were canceled last year that we didn't spend money on. The last Leaders Convention was canceled. VBS was canceled, and our gospel meeting was canceled. And all of those combined saved us about $8,000. So that pretty much accounts for the increase in cash balance from last year. Our second slide was our special contributions. My slide says 2021, but it's actually the 2020 special contributions. At the end of the year, or a couple weeks ago, we had a special contribution for the bus cover, and that amounted to $7,507 over what our budget was. So that's what will be applied towards the cover for the buses. We had a special contribution for Steve Higginbotham to help cover his medical expenses as he battles cancer, and that amounted to $1,250. And then we had a hurricane relief contribution of $500. So our total special contributions last year were $9,257. Looking at our contribution versus budget per year slide, you can see the actual in the gray is higher than the column for the budget. For the sixth straight year, our actual has been higher than our budget. Like I said before, our actual was $9,141 per week compared to $8,900 for the budget. So this has been a good trend for the last 6 years, and we certainly want to continue that. Our 2021 budget will be $9,135 per week. That'll be $475,000 total for the year. And that's $235 per week higher than last year. And we had a meeting out at Maywood of ministers and deacons, and worked out the budget details. And this budget is pretty much set on what our average was last year, pretty close. So it shouldn't be a real problem to reach that this year. Our next slide covers a lot of our operating expenses. The first item there is staff salaries. All the salaries are included in that: minister, associate minister, secretary, and then our benefits, medical benefits, and payroll expenses. So all that's included in that one line. Appreciate all the work that our staff has done this past year. They've had to work under difficult conditions, but appreciate all the hard work that they're doing. Second line is visiting preachers and gospel meetings, Ladies' Day. We are planning on having a gospel meeting this year, and Dale Jenkins will be having that, and that is in April, I believe. And also we're the ladies will be discussing whether or not we'll have a Ladies' Day. The next item is education, literature, VBS, and supplies. We are planning on having a VBS this year. Hopefully by summer we'll be able to meet and have that. As far as literature, our Bible school literature, only one item there is My Life and Hymn book that we are providing to everyone in the congregation. Next item is worship, communion supplies, video, and security. I will be mentioning throughout this presentation some of the people that are involved in each of these ministries. We did appoint 6 new deacons this year. I'm really proud of that. And in our education, Ted and Elvis Bailey are working in that area. Under the worship column, Ron Clark is still doing the communion. Chris Warner on Wednesday nights, scheduling that. Elvis Bailey is doing prayers. And then Terry Kerr and Andrew Lindsay are working in the control room with several other people. We are continuing to improve our audio and visual resources. We've recently bought a new mixer and a new microphone, and we're trying to continually improve our sound quality. We're doing other updates as we can to help our video presentations and other things. And our security team, Jeff White is taking that over as a new deacon in that area. We're proud of the work that the security team has been doing. We plan to add some more cameras to cover the back of the building, then we'll have complete coverage throughout, all around the building. And we're planning on having a training session this year for our security team to help them to do a better job, even a better job than what they're doing as our security. In the area of fellowship, the last item there, Henry Bonner is moving from benevolence over to, he and Bob Moore are taking over the fellowship, and they're going to work with the fellowship and the zone program and get all that going as soon as we start meeting together again. In our youth budget, I appreciate everything Ryan has been doing in that area. Jared Sarton, one of our new deacons, and Andrew Lindsay, also a new deacon, and Paul Colvin and Chris Warner will all be working with youth and young adults. Paul Colvin's primary focus is going to be working with Lads to Leaders. They are planning on having a convention this year. We'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. CYC, it's another big event that we usually go to in late February. CYC is planning on having that activity, but it'll be at half capacity. And we have not decided for sure whether or not we're going to go to that yet, waiting to see how COVID works out in the next couple months. As far as other youth activities, we certainly hope that we can return to normal activities later this year, but Ryan has done a great job of being creative and meeting with the kids in backyard Bible study and out at Maywood and other activities that they can do and be socially spread out enough that not worry about the virus as much. As you know, we did have Noah McDonald was working with us as a youth intern. He has chosen to take another path this next year. So we are planning to replace Noah with another intern this spring. Under facility management, Alan West has been working with that, and Chris Cox as new deacon also will be working with Alan um, in that capacity. This past year, we were fortunate not to have to replace any heating and cooling units, as we've had to do the last several years. But we have to be prepared this year just in case we have to. And of course, the bus shed cover, as we complete that this year, that's included in our budget for building maintenance. We did add $6,000 to the budget for building maintenance to help cover that and some other things. We're planning on adding some more lighting in the halls and the foyer and the, well, not adding, but we're going to replace the old lights with LED lights like we've done in the office and this back hallway and the fellowship room. So we're going to continue to change out our lighting throughout the building to help increase our visibility. And I think that'll help with lighting the halls and especially in the foyer where it's not as bright. Want to thank Alan for all the work he's done in mowing and taking care of the building, and Kelly Jones and with Henry and Janice for helping keep the building clean. In the area of missions, outreach, community service, David Hall will be working in the benevolence area, taking Henry's place. Jared Sarton and Paul Logan will be working with the mission committee, evaluating all our current missions and any new ones that come to our attention. Rick Chambliss is taking over the supply in the pantry, and he's doing a fantastic job with that. And let's not forget the ladies that are working in the clothing room. The clothing room is not open right now, but sometime this year it probably will open back up. As far as missions, we cover our local missions first. We've supported Heritage and Child Haven, Freed-Hardeman for many years. Maywood Camp is certainly a priority of ours, and we support them monthly. Also, the Sulligent Mission Fund that we had committed to 2 years, and I think this is starting the second year that we are committed to helping them get back on their feet in Sulligent. They have hired a preacher, and the work seems to be doing well there. Of course, in benevolence, like I said, David Hall will be working in that area, and the pantry, last item there. In the area of foreign missions, we continue to support the Ron Clayton and India missions, World Bible School. There's quite a bit of work that's still going on with World Bible School. Joe Warndall in Haiti, Gospel Chariot in Africa. It's good work. Barton Kaiser is back from Peru, and he has started working in the Charlotte area of establishing a Hispanic church plant, and that's outstanding work as well. In China, Wayne Barrier and his sons are working not only in China, but several countries surrounding China, Vietnam, Philippines, and other areas, and that's a great work as well. I wanted to mention also James Dodd. Appreciate all the work that James Dodd has done for many years, scheduling prayers and working in fellowship and doing other special things, and helping with the building repairs and all. At this time, he is unable to do any work, and we need to keep him in our prayers for his health. Thinking about what should we do in this coming year of 2021. Certainly, I think we can be a little more optimistic. I think maybe we can see the light at the end of the tunnel with the COVID-19. Hopefully by mid-year that we can be back closer to normal. Think about where you fit in the whole work in Hamilton, and see where you fit and see what you can do with the work. Also, as we've done throughout 2020, I encourage everyone to keep supporting the work during this pandemic until we get through. Let's be a praying people. We need to pray regularly for the whole work being done, for God's blessings on reaching the lost and building up the saved, and let's pray that we will all be able to meet together in 2021. Let's be generous givers, and as was mentioned in the bulletin last week about the plans that we did to build this building that we're in now, taking that scripture, Proverbs 21, verse 5, the plans of the diligent leads surely to plenty. So hopefully we have planned well, and we certainly want to be diligent in achieving the plans that we've set forth for this year. God bless you, and thank you for tuning into this presentation.